Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a podcast for game ideas. Just, new games, things that can add on to games, just a new series that I'm trying to get going on here. Today we got Mad Max and Zeverfet.
All right.
That's my life.
I don't care. It's at my house.
So anyways, this game idea that I'm come up with, temporary name, Star Wars Galactic Warfare. It's basically where you just get to create your own soldier. You get to be your own person, make your own markings, unlock your own, customize your own helmets, like mix and match gear. This got inspired by Halo because I started playing Halo recently. I've talked about this with Zeverfed before about basically Halo and Star Wars. It's kind of the same thing, and I just think it'd be really cool if you can make a soldier personal to you. I mean, Battlefront 2 did something similar, but not quite. It was they released Legions, 501st,
you can pick your own skin or whatever.
I want to go a step further. I want to create my own markings, my own armor, and put something just make something more unique, just, to take off the barriers, including this doesn't have to be a canon game, but I'd like to do that for stormtroopers as well. First order troopers, just, go nuts, even with the droids. So what would y'all think about that as far as customization? Yeah.
I would love it. Anything, they're going back to the well of old Star Wars style games with the recent Squadrons. They need to get a game like this together for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a slam dunk for sure. Yeah. Halo type game with Star Wars. They had Republic Commando back in the day is the closest I could think that's similar.
Yeah.
I have that game on my. I got to go back and play that game on my because it's backwards compatible for the. Yeah. But yes, I would love it. Is anyone trying to do something? Because I know there are some fan projects that they're kind of under the radar.
The only people I've been seeing do anything are the modders, the mod creators for Battlefront 2. They just make their own or they bring skins from Clone Wars and stuff. Just those are the only people I see doing it.
Oh, Phil, but come on, be positive, dude. You're already starting. Sounds terrible.
Sounds terrible. Bad idea, buddy.
Everything's terrible. No, more things existing in this world is a positive thing. Yeah, give it a shot.
Making your own decisions is terrible. Creating your own
customization
is terrible.
No. Can you imagine if they put the quality of, some have said the quality's dipped a little bit in Halo of that into a Star Wars game.
Battlefront looks amazing.
Battlefront's great. Their models are fantastic. Yeah. The engine that they use, it all looks pretty realistic to me. It's third person, but what would you do differently in this game? Why is this?
I would want it specifically just first person. I don't want to be able to peek corners. I want to if I want to do that, I have to look. I don't want to just look through the camera.
Are you kidding me? This is a game that can overtake COD.
Yeah,
if it's up that quality. Dark Forces back in the day, but they haven't had a massively multiplayer Star Wars game that's just first person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? There's so much there that they could draw from. So many droids and creatures, and oh my goodness, it's a shame that they haven't thought of this yet. Get to it.
Yeah.
You could have customizing your look, and also customizing your loadouts, customizing your gun, your blaster, your droids, all that.
I would just want different markings for clones. I want each person to look different. I want each person to look their own.
So you just want a whole bunch of clones, but they all are personal to whatever it is that
similar to the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
So that you could do something like that. Yeah. What is it? What do they call it? Esports in Star Wars? Are you kidding me? That's next level. Why can't they get this together? Is Battlefront's not really in the. It's popular enough, but it's not really
popular. But how much more popular would it be if you could customize almost every aspect of your trooper?
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking, Matt? This customization, and then also to the esports, COD crowd and Halo.
Man, I'd bring back freaking whenever you're in the ships and you have to board the ships and sabotage the ships, that'd basically be my like search and destroy.
Yeah,
I think that would do really well, especially like coming.
I used to love doing that in Battlefront 2 on the PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you start off on your ship, and then you fly a starfighter, and you can fight out there. But then the objective also is to get into the other command ship and work your way to whatever what is it
like there's different generators and things you have to sabotage.
Right.
Bring down.
Right, you have to sabotage it and get in, infiltrate it. I mean that to me that was a fun that was a fun mode that we had that we don't have in Battlefront or Battlefront 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, yeah, the new ones.
Yeah,
new ones,
the newer ones.
Yeah. I mean, they brought back Galactic not Galactic Conquest. They brought back Conquest with.
Well, I mean, you could do so much more.
Oh, yeah.
Like when they were making Battlefront 3. The concept was that they would start off on the ground. They get a starfighter, fly into space, and also sabotage the Star Destroyer.
Battlefront 3.
Yeah, Battlefront 3 when they were developing it.
Oh, okay. I was like, saying no.
I think they were developing it for the PS2, possibly PS3. But then that company went under. But yeah, we haven't had anything since. And you've got these awesome engines, and you got the PS5 that just came out that can handle so much more. It's time to go back and look at it and say, why wasn't Battlefront and Battlefront 2? Why weren't they, why didn't they own? Why weren't they the best thing because this is Star Wars. So many people love just the genre, just Star Wars in name only. People flocked. I mean, look at what was that game? Star Wars Galaxies. I mean, that thing was popular for 9 years until they finally shut the servers down.
Yeah.
And then they got this new game, the Squadron game. I don't know how good that is.
I haven't played it. Sorry, Phobic has it too, I think. And my PlayStation's in the bedroom, which was a mistake putting it up there. And I don't feel like putting it back in the living room because let me see. Oh, what's he saying about Battle?
He's right. It was ground to space, and they had the customizable characters, I believe, as well. Where it not as integral as what Matt's saying, but I mean, even then, they did have that where you could swap different things and different helmets and stuff like that. And they did the same. They did it for the other one. What was it for the hand? I think it was for the PSP. Back then, they had that Battlefront. It was Battlefront something else. It wasn't Battlefront 3. They called it something else.
It was Elite Squadron.
Elite Squadron. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what Phobic's saying. They moved it to the PS.
Oh, yeah, no, he said that. Okay, so yeah, no, they had that. I remember that. I never played it, but I remember they had that, and that was one of the things that they kind of, that they had that was intriguing. I was like, dude, yes, bring that to the main consoles. Make it to where it's online play. You can play with your friends or whatever, or you can network it in your house and play with people in the house as well.
And this game would go on for years. You wouldn't have to make a second game necessarily for this because because the customization is endless and the amount of maps in Star Wars are just like there's so many. Like there's just so much you can do with this game if they ever went around to it.
Yeah, no, there's so many different scenarios that you can make. And different different maps, like you said. They can pull from all the new different movies and the Mandalorian television show and all that. I mean, it can cross over so many different genres, areas, and eras of the Star Wars lore that you're just like, wow, I'm immersed in this Star Wars environment.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have so many other things. I'll let you run this though, but. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I mean, I know that you have some other things that you want to bring up. So let's go ahead with some images and kind of help us out with some visuals.
Man, the visor colors, this is another thing added to the customization. Again, I don't care if this game is canon or not. Like, I just want to be able to just make my character the way I want.
What up, Reese? Stay awake. We'll only be a couple hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you here.
I wouldn't mind having a commando helmet on, let's say, just just like these guys, like on this helmet. Like I wouldn't care. It's your guy, you know. It's your clone. It's your batch. You know, you get to choose whatever you want, including Phase 1 helmets. I like you just choose whichever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm all about this. I would buy this game 100%.
Oh, I would definitely buy this game.
The only, man, I wish though. I like old school game development because there were multiple. Is EA the only one that can make Star Wars games right now?
They're the ones that have
contract is getting close to an end.
Yeah, it is. Okay. It is coming to an end. I don't know if they'll re-up it. But yeah, I don't know if they will. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. It all depends on Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah. Oh no! If it's up to her, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I mean, there's some good old school games to go back to too, but I would 100% pre-order this game. Definitely.
Yeah. And for markings, like and colors, I'd have it to where there's like challenges you have to do. Like if you saw someone with that marking, they had to do this crazy thing to get that.
Kind of like the insignia for Mandalorian, where it had the rhino, you know, kind of thing. I forget what they call it. You know, that thing that the little baby Yoda killed. His insignia. So in order to get the insignia, you have to go up against that creature or whatever, and you have to, you know, and you would have to take it out or whatever, and you would earn that, and you would unlock it, and you could use it and put it on your armor however you want. You know, wear it on whatever piece, multiple pieces, even if you know if you wanted to on a pauldron, whatever. That would be interesting to you know kind of add like, oh wow, I know what you did to get that, you know, and I have to go and perform that same act or whatever. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be so cool.
Get out of here, man. That's my friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Harm Plays TV.
I tried playing the Star Wars mod back in the day for the original COD Modern Warfare. I never got to it. It looked really fun though. I saw YouTube videos on that like years ago. And
that, you know, first person right there is what we're talking about here. You know, that was just that's it. I mean, it's so simple. Why can't you make something that simple?
Yeah. Where was I going? I was going somewhere with this.
I don't know. You better
yeah.
The chip.
Whenever it comes to unlocking stuff, I want it to be challenges. I want it to be like a specific level, and you have to buy it with like in-game.
In-game currency?
No, in-game credits. Like as you level up, you get credits.
Okay.
You know? Like just so you have like to get to a certain tier. Like somebody has to really want that.
Sure.
As well as like campaign rewards. I'd want like, you know, if you completed the campaign, you get like if you completed on expert, you get the black shader, you know, red visor, black shader. I think that'd be really good.
Yeah.
And then
is this going to be multiplayer focused or storyline? I want a storyline.
I'd put both. Yeah. I mean, storyline for the people that like story. And that's why you can unlock like things for multiplayer. Like
I think you should be able to unlock,
you should be rewarded for like this, like who wouldn't want black shader? I'd want that. I definitely complete it.
Yeah. In order to unlock it, you have to play the story mode, right?
Yeah.
You know, and in order to unlock other things, you'd have to play the multiplayer. So it's sort of a give and take, you know, to where it would not force people to play different things, but like, you know, if they really want something bad enough, and this is the avenue to get it.
If you want something for yourself, if you want something for your look, then you have to grind whatever that is, you know. And I want it throughout the whole game.
Yeah, because I mean, grinding is a thing, man. You have to do it. Yeah, the Mudhorn. Yeah, Reese, thanks.
And I want it to have purpose. Like I don't want people just like just trying to get to max level and then that's it. I want it like the grind to have purpose. I want you to like if you want something, you have to really earn it. You have to complete a feat to get it.
Yeah, I mean, I like what we were saying. You know, he plays Battlefront in first person only. I played it in first person, but it's just not.
I'd love to, but it's such a disadvantage.
Yeah, you have so many people who can play third person and see around the corner. And they have that advantage, and it's just, you know, I would love to have everybody on the same
unless you're doing it offline, then that's cool. But online, I'm an online guy. I have to do third person. I can't do first person because that's the only way for me to be on.
I have to go back to Battlefront 2, but yeah, it's not a focus. Like the focus on the first person, you could do some amazing things if it's designed there, not just an option and an afterthought.
Yeah,
I think a lot of these games with the first person mode, even the original Battlefronts, I think some of them had it, but it was just there. It wasn't like designed around it.
You could swap back and forth, but no one did it because
I think it should be first person unless you get into like a tank or something or an AT or something like that, then it would be third person, so you can just you can see the vehicle and maneuver it and
know your
with
surroundings.
ease.
Yeah, that's what I would definitely do. And then another thing that like Battlefront 2 touched on, but didn't really like go full into, was like the hunt with the Ewoks.
I didn't get that.
Oh, that was a fun mode. That's a fun mode.
There, it's such a fun mode. I love that mode so much.
Yeah,
it's a scary mode. Seeing these little Ewoks, these little shits come after you.
I think they should make a horror movie like that.
I know. Oh yeah, that'd be so great. But I mean, you could also move that and make it like the Gungans.
Episode 6 went out like that.
Wookiees. It doesn't just have to remain Ewoks. It could be like different alien or different species or whatever that would give you different challenges. Not just the forest and then you have that one map and that's the only map that you can play.
Yeah,
you could fight Jawas or something, or whatever.
In the old Battlefront, there was Wampas. I want to bring back the Wampas.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yes.
Can you imagine how scary that shit would be? All these guys.
I mean, this mode would be kind of similar to like the zombie mode, where like you'd have to go through like waves of these monsters.
Like because they made a book. They made a book about that, and I would love to have zombies.
Zombies as well.
Again, I don't care if this is canon or not. This is just for fans. Like this is what I would want for fans. And if you read the book, then you're obviously a fan of this. But I think that'd be really cool. But the Wampa thing, like that definitely needs to happen. Like I thought they would have done that since Ewok was I thought Ewoks were such a success at least.
Yeah.
And then I'd even go to Felucia and have these aliens. The
Accolade?
Accolade, yes.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, because I mean they had that, they introduced that. That's PS2, right? So I mean they had already introduced this as a playable mode. So I mean, it's not a stretch of the imagination to pull something back in that worked.
Yeah. I mean, and then I don't have this image. I don't know why, but there was like Republic Commando, like you were saying, Max. There was Geonosians, and then they were in that catacomb, and then you go in there. Yeah, that trailer looked freaking amazing. Like that looks scary and cool. They were all just huddled together, but you thought it was the walls, but it's them. Like I think that'd be a really good mode.
Yeah.
Phobic says I'll be too scared by the Ewok hunt. I gotta download that. I gotta. I've been playing more on Xbox lately. It's weird. Because we originally started our other podcast, man. I was going PlayStation, but I'm like, I should get Battlefront 2 for the Xbox too, because I've been playing online and my friend, sorry, Phobic, I should get Ewok hunt. No, you know what, Phobic? I have Battlefront 2 for PlayStation. I could play on there. I gotta update so I get that.
So much fun.
All right. Yeah.
What's up, Brian? See you there.
I'd even add an Order 66 hunt. You're a clone.
Oh,
yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be
taking out great. Jedi. Woo. Yeah.
Awesome.
If they marketed that, wow, people would be. Man, why
you're killing younglings?
Well, I mean, you could do it one of both ways. You can have it to where you're either playing AI or you're playing an actual person who is the kind of like the Predator mode. Y'all played the Predator game that just came out, where like you become the Predator until the soldiers kill you, and then somebody else is randomly picked to be the Predator. Well, this could be the same thing where everybody's a clone and one person is randomly selected to be the Jedi, and then when that person is
well, I'd want it the other way around. I'd want everybody as Jedi. There's one clone or several clones.
You want one clone and like seven Jedi?
No. I'd want 3 clones.
He's done.
I'd want NPCs as well, because it's Attack on the Temple. There's a lot of clones.
Okay.
So I'd want everybody going in, and then if you die, you become a clone, and so on, until the very last Jedi. Then done. That's how the movie went. It'd basically be Infection. That's how I would want the game mode. Infection.
I gotta be right back. I gotta let my dog out.
All right.
But yeah, okay. So what else you got for us?
Well, as far as customization,
yeah.
Because I was thinking, like, if you want to include droidicas, if you want to include battle droids and vice versa, you have to have the created class system, and you have to have different classes. So I definitely bring. I can't even speak. I definitely bring classes back.
Sure.
I think that.
Yeah, and you can you can create or customize, like I would say, you can
you can customize
engineer each class.
Yeah. Like if
you
you
can play any.
If you wanted to be a sniper, your clone can look different, or your whatever can look different. You don't.
And as your character progresses, you can further that that direction, and then like you said, you wanted teams where everybody has like a different a different facet to add to the group. Like you have a medic, or you have infantry, or you have a heavy blaster, or whatever. You can swap out, just like you can here. You can just you can go through and just change what type of trooper you're going to go in as. So I mean, would you have multiple looks as well, or would you just have the one look that you're really going for your trooper? Like, would you have a scout trooper, and would you have a regular infantry trooper, and then would you have like a short trooper?
Where, like, if you want,
or you just have the one that you're customizing.
I'm not going to diverse. It's just like if that's what you want to look like for assault with the scout trooper helmet, that's fine. I don't care. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're not limited to a sniper. Scout troopers aren't just snipers. Just because
no, they ride bikes.
Yeah, I mean, like they're not really anything. If you want to make a different player, then sure, go for it. And what Phobic was saying, I'd want to focus more infantry based too. I don't like with Jedi and Sith. I wouldn't want them in this game, honestly. I mean, I feel like people would get upset.
I think that would just be a mode, right?
Yeah. Just keep that a mode,
like the Ewok mode,
like the Ewok. Yeah. You play that one scenario type. And y'all play that and play it over and over, however many times you want, and then you're done.
Yeah, I don't really care about the customization of Jedi and Sith. I don't care about all that.
Right. I wouldn't do tunics or lightsaber color blades or any kind of crap like that. I would just be like, you're just a rando Jedi. You have either a blue or a green saber, and that's it. And you're just running around, and you're random. You either look human or you're male or female, or you're alien.
I have it where you see them in the campaign, or you see them in a cutscene or something, but I don't want them there in the multiplayer core game.
Yeah, like you don't get to save your Jedi persona or look or whatever. This is solely a trooper or a clone trooper or stormtrooper or first order trooper or whatever type scenario, to where this is what you're creating.
And this isn't just clones, by the way. I'd have it to where you can customize like your own battle droid. Even with the aqua droids, like with the coloration, I like you can go nuts.
Interesting.
This would be pretty cool.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got in here.
I'm trying to think of the chances of this coming to fruition, like based on the current content. They did Clone Wars, they did the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Something else that could revitalize this era of Star Wars is the Obi-Wan series.
Mm-hmm.
So if that gets really popular, they might dip back into it. I would love it. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's just endless possibilities.
Now, do you think that we would have to have live action media to correspond with the game, or do you think the game could just live on its own?
No, it could live on its own, but the chances increase if there's some current.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah.
So that's why I was trying to think of something that could revitalize, like the Clone Wars just ended its final season.
Yeah,
and then they are having the Bad Batch. If people really like it, I think it's going to have an uphill battle myself. I like the Bad Batch episodes.
I'm all for it because we're going back to the Clone Wars era.
Yeah, but a series just based on it.
Oh yeah,
they're on their own now.
I love the animation.
I think it can succeed, but I'm just like, are people going to really embrace just a whole series about it? I think that's really the litmus test to see. I think if people really like the Bad Batch as a standalone, the Bad Batch is not exactly what you're saying here, but it's in the vein of it, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, as far as new troopers, because I've never heard of the Bad Batch. I've never seen the Bad Batch before. I think isn't that Dave Filoni's creation, or has it been made before? I don't know.
That was something he planned when it first was canceled, and then he finally got to do them on screen with the last season of Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
That just aired. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah, I watched it. He hated it.
I did not.
He did not. Trace and Rafa. That was the worst part of that season.
Oh God, yeah, I hated. Oh my God, they were so annoying. It wasn't even supposed to go like that. It was supposed to be something totally different with what Filoni had, but I think Kennedy messed it up.
Oh, it's Kennedy's fault, huh?
It's always Kennedy.
Blame the Kennedy. What was that from Naked Gun? There's something at the door and a Kennedy on. No, that was Bundy's. That was the Married with Children. There's someone at the door and there's a Kennedy on the floor. Jeez. Anyway, yeah. So what else you got?
Rebel aliens, man.
Okay,
yeah.
I definitely bring these guys back, but I'd have it where you can choose the gender. I didn't like in Battlefront how it's like you have to be a female Twi'lek. Why can't I be a male Twi'lek or a male Zabrak or a female Zabrak, whatever, you know?
Yeah,
get
woke. Get woke with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Get woke with it.
Be whatever you want to be, and then like you shouldn't have to be like one color Zabrak. I should be able to change the color. You know, there's other Zabraks.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be able to customize them. I think that it should be more random. Like you can. I think there should be like a setting to where like again, male, female, or you choose. And then like you said with the Twi'leks or whatever, it just randomly gives you either like a white or a green or a blue or or like
random colors
or whatever.
Sure, but
it's just random.
I'd want it to where you can earn it, and you can also do like war paint, whatever. I'd want something cool,
Okay.
Something really, really cool. And then I like, again, canon or not, I'd definitely bring Stormtrooper customization. I think Stormtrooper customization would be amazing. And I'd even do like even a zombie helmet. I'd add a zombie helmet for like if you complete it on Legendary or something.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Hey, that would be really sought after, I think.
Oh, yeah. People would go. Yeah. That would be the armor to go for.
That should have been in Rise of Skywalker. When,
that would have been awesome.
Zombie troopers.
Oh, my God.
Heck yeah.
And then, like, even with the droids, I'd have it to where you can, like, if you wanted to be magma trooper, tactical, whatever. Just like, I just want this game to be like, just you be what you want to be.
I actually think in the newer stuff they should bring some droids back, like not overwhelming majority with troopers. But can you imagine if they had like the sequel trilogy, if they had the troopers and droids together, they would be more formidable too.
Well, just like Rogue One had that the big droids. What were they? ED9 or what are they? What was his name? I can't remember.
K2SO.
K2SO. Yeah. So they had Imperial droids, and they. And they had the.
But why wouldn't you have both if you're like a New Order or Empire? Like you have both,
yeah. No, that'd be great. I mean, I think he had the play as a mouse droid. So.
I definitely I'm more of a gamer though. I want a storyline just like Halo. Like I need that though for your idea. Yeah, I want a story too.
Sure, yeah, no, it'd be awesome.
I'd probably have it where it's like different faction of stories too. It's where you're not just playing one linear story. It's if you want to play this faction, go through that story, go for it. You unlock different stuff each story, just so it's different as well, and you unlock different things as you go.
Yeah. So it's not just a one and done kind of thing. Like I've already played the story.
Yeah. Just from a different perspective, you play on that side. Just see how things go.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really cool. And then,
I agree with that. Mouse droids could drop, bombs. That's awesome.
that'd be a lethal.
Oh yeah,
if they were tactical and lethals.
That'd be awesome.
Just roll the droid. Or that'd be like,
so what are we gonna have to do to get you at EA, Matt?
We'll have to talk to Prime.
Yeah, well, I mean, what the? Honestly, we need to get Prime in the future here. Be like, what's going on, Prime? Why aren't they doing this?
I'm surprised it hasn't been done, man. It's just as far as freedom of customization, like Star Wars: The Old Republic is the only one to have done it, and that game's okay. I'm not a big fan of that game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, And then again, more shaders, blue shader, different helmet, Royal Guard helmets, the Senate Commandos.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then cool. I'd even have the Imperial Guard helmets that you can use for your stormtroopers, the red color shading.
Yeah, they used to have a character that was like this. I forget his name.
That probably would have been my favorite.
But yeah, no, it was a black and red sort of motif, but it had that that helmet, and it was a comic book that they had with that character, and it was pretty cool. They had like it wasn't a force pike like they have in Return of the Jedi. It was like a staff or with a sword or whatever, but it was really cool. But yeah, they look freaking killer. You can find that online, I'm sure.
Another thing that I think would be great, like I'm surprised they don't really do this that much, is like community votes. You have the community make armor or make colorations or whatever, just their own designs, and then it goes up for a vote, and then whatever top 10, top 5, that's what's released in the game.
Yeah.
Or that's what could be put on like a battle pass system if you wanted to make money on this game. But put that in the free section where people can get those because they're community made,
What if your game idea, does it have to be the Clone Wars era with these, or I think you should. Oh, Callie,
what are they?
It's like, do you also think that we should have a game?
I was getting something out of her mouth, and she pulled me off screen. She has a sock she got from the laundry room. I was trying to get away from her. She pulled me.
I love microtransactions.
But I was thinking of I
just do the battle passes
because someone, I think Brian mentioned earlier, Mando. What if it's in that era and you're going against the Mandalorians too? Well, I mean, I guess you could do that in your era too, but
it'd have to be like a different mode or something.
Yeah, it would have to be kind of like the Ewok thing or the Order 66 thing, where you're fighting a lot of Mandos. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, I'd love that.
I'd definitely make it to where there's different map variations than the same map over and over again for hunt.
Oh yeah, definitely. You definitely. That's the thing about these kinds of games. You definitely want to put in or incorporate different scenarios, so that it doesn't get mundane. It doesn't get old. And that's one of the things. The advantages that you have with these types of games versus like a sports game or whatever, where you're always on the same kind of playing field, but people still love that, even though there's always a different, outcome usually at the end of each match or game or whatever. But the thing about this is you want it to be, or you want it to feel not random, but you want it to feel more just bigger than it is. So you don't want to see the same map every single time.
Yeah.
You want it to be randomly generated.
One thing that I'd love, but they're never going to do, is add different variations of that map. I think that'd be amazing. Like Steam World, but have
map creator. I was like, map creator too.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
but yeah, like all these worlds, and I'm on one area of it. I want to be on different sections of that world. I want to see different things.
It's always fun to to get on the plane, and sort of it's your first time there, so you don't know all the best spots. So you don't really have to worry about people camping or whatnot. It's always going to be a little bit different. Like maybe make 3 or 4 variations of the same map, but just move the models around and there you have it. Make it an online a game, so you don't have to worry about RAM or whatever holding all the maps and stuff.
Y'all want pod racing?
Hell yeah! Star Wars Pod Racer was fun. I love that thing.
I still have mine. I sold my Nintendo 64, but I still have it for my Dreamcast.
Yeah,
and
I played it on the Dreamcast. Oh, it was great.
And I have the sequel on my PS4 digitally. I think Racer Revenge. But yeah, I love that game.
Horde mode. Yeah, I was kind of on the fence. I didn't know if I wanted to do a survival type thing, kind of how Battlefront 1 was doing it, where it came in waves and then you escape, or if I wanted an infected type mode where it's kind of like Ewok kind of Battlefront 2.
I think this is the most I don't know how that Battlefront Ewok thing did, but I think that's the biggest hurdle for your idea is because if you do first person taking out Ewoks. And Disney might not like that. I don't know, but I don't know.
It is first person though. You can't go third person in Ewok Hunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's set in stone. You got to get flashlights and LMGs. You got to find that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what makes it cool.
Does it show? Does it show some violence?
The Ewoks are third person though.
They're so hard to see, man. It's so hard to see.
They are difficult. They're so difficult to see. Like when I die, I'm so happy to be an Ewok. So.
I mean, to be honest, my mind goes that might be on purpose because of Disney with this property, because it's not. I don't like to say Star Wars is just for children, but it includes children. So you don't want to see YouTube videos of mowing down, even though I want it, or mowing down Gungans. Like, could you imagine?
I'd still make it to where it's like nighttime, because nighttime Ewoks. Imagine if that was in episode 6, man. You know how scary that shit would be for the stormtroopers.
Yeah, that would have been so much better if they just made it at night.
Yeah, the cute and cuddly things are gone. It's these vicious little
Yeah. I mean, tactful. It would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. Oh yeah, and then another thing, like I'd have it to where like just like Battlefront 2, you could do the 4-player or 6-player or like for campaigns. I'd want it to be inclusive as well, so you can have your friends do the campaigns with you, as well as like you can have just the campaigns, and then there'd be like fire team missions, spec ops missions or whatever. So that'd be really cool, like how we did it with you and Zever and Slayer with the Battlefront 2 missions on the PS4. That was pretty fun.
That was fun. Now you got my interest peaked. I got to see if anyone's doing anything on the download fan game, because there are some fan games that exist.
This idea has been in the air for us for years. I just never thought to get in.
Yeah, we've always. I mean, after we played these games, we're like, how could we have? How could they have improved these things, made it more fun, made it more interesting, interactive, things like that. So we just kind of, riff on that kind of stuff. And he was like, you know what? I want to do a video on this instead of just talking, in the kitchen. So I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and again, we're doing more episodes of this. I want to do other game ideas or other things to build on games. Like I just want to put my point out there, because there's so many great games, but they just need a little more oomph,
Yeah, they just need to push in the right direction, because I mean a lot of them are just like, I don't know, it's kind of like he loves Call of Duty games.
They took more chances in the past with the variety of Star Wars games. I missed the amount of games that they used to make. They really did a lot.
You had like Jedi Power Battles, you had they even had the stupid episode 1 game that I bought, where it was like you kind of go through the story.
I even have Pod Racer Kart Racer. I don't think I played it much though. Yeah.
But yeah, no, they had some good stuff back then. LucasArts was on top. But again, LucasArts, I think it's just been disbanded.
Yeah.
Disney
doesn't like risks. They do the movies, but they want people to pay them to make their.
Well, they didn't even want risks in the movies. I mean, that's why they went through Ralph McQuarrie's work, because it was safe. They did a lot of safe.
Oh, Reese, don't even get me started, man. Don't even get me started.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about DCUO later. That's another game that we think that still exists.
So much DCUO.
Is it still online?
It is. It is. And I thought it'd be fun, because I have a character, but I thought it'd be fun to like start over and like play with a lot of people that are YouTubers on here.
Let me know.
Yeah, I think that'd be so fun to just kind of go through the story mode.
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, you haven't played it at all?
Oh man, it's a great experience.
It's a great experience to start off with. Now playing in-game content and all that, it's okay. It kind of gets redundant, and it's not as exciting as it used to be when they first started.
It's hard to find like certain, because everybody's like high tier.
What makes it more fun is your group. Yeah, right. The group of people. Like if you're just playing with randoms, like nobody gives a crap. It's just it's so boring. But if you get to play with like a lot of people that you have really good rapport with, like we had leagues and stuff. I mean, that thing was freaking great. I played that thing for years. Hey, what's up, Rasha?
Amazing.
We were in a league for like I don't know how long, and at the time they were like half their age now, Matt and his brother, and they didn't get on the mic because they didn't want anybody to know that they were kids. So
okay.
It was pretty fun.
Let me know. I'm thinking about once I get my Series X, it'd be better to do that. Download it.
Oh yeah,
I think it's on Microsoft right now.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, I think we're gonna do maybe on a weekend we'll play, and we'll have whoever wants to join can join, and we'll have a place to meet up, and you create your own character, and a lot of these people here, I'm sure that they don't have handles on DC and all that saved. So yeah, I think it'd be really cool just kind of like start from level 0 and make your own character and go through, and that was fun. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think that this game here that Matt's talking about would be on par with DCUO, but it would be very close too, as far as like mixing and matching shoulder pieces, chest pieces, cod pieces, belts, helmets, of course, rangefinders, non-rangefinders, the
visors,
visors themselves,
like markings. Just there's so much.
It could be really fun.
I'd have it where you could have different variations. You could be like a super clean trooper, or you could be super dirty.
Right. You could be a sand trooper. You could have like dirt and grime. Yeah, definitely.
Go nuts with it,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these, and I would, like I said, I would market it to, PC, PS5,
crossplay.
and
done. It'd be
definitely. You can't do it without crossplay these days. But I would definitely, do that so that a lot of people would be like more inclined to continue, because what you want is longevity from people. You want like a reason to come back,
which is why I would make community competitions. If you wanted to keep this game alive, then make something that you want, and then we'll put it in the game as well.
And again, same thing with just like DCUO. I would, instead of leagues, I would make squadrons, and you just add people to your squadron, and they're just sort of in your group, and that way it helps to grow the community.
Yeah. Well, isn't this like the next level of where EA should go? Because Battlefront kind of expanded with squadrons to make the flight combat better. Mm-hmm. Isn't this the next step to make this better? And
then after that, they can fuse the two.
Yeah, and have the best.
Yeah.
Yes, I completely agree. They can hone in on this and say, how can we make this the very best experience? And then again, like Matt and Phobic and everybody's saying, is that make it first person and first person only.
Yes.
Unless you're in a tank or
no Jedi, like just infantry. Just based on your gun skill. Based on your gun skill.
I mean, it would also be a way for more easy profits based on what they did with the Squadrons model. Is took apart a Battlefront, refined it, did a standalone $40 game. I agree. I don't see why they. I mean, it depends on if they keep the license. We're hoping. Do you want EA to keep the license? Or do you want another studio? I honestly think your project idea, EA is the most likely.
I mean, if they did it right, I'd be all for it. But every game they've made so far has always been unfinished, or just it wasn't great.
That was one of the problems with Battlefront 2, is that they released it and it was like not even done, and they were trying to work out the stupid system where you have those dumb capsules opening up and all that.
Imagine if it was released now with everything that they have right now.
Right. No, I completely. I say the same thing with just like with DCUO. But they were a little bit different. But I mean, when they first started out their game, when they released it in 2011, they didn't have everything ready. They were working on it. They were working on Fortress of Solitude.
There was plenty to do though.
There was plenty to do. I completely agree. But they were working on it, and they didn't finish it really. All the things that they said that they were going to do until like maybe 2 years later. But during that time, some people came in, lost interest or whatever, because all of the content wasn't really finished and ready in there. A lot of it was, but not all of it. And the only people that really stayed were, like people like us that really loved the content, and loved the idea of what they had going on. So, I mean, you would have to really have that again here. I mean, again, it's Star Wars. Everybody loves Star Wars, or this type of Star Wars, not the movies per se, but I mean, this interaction. Yeah, Destiny. Yeah, I mean that's another comparable game like Halo, where you grind. Isn't
that made by?
But the only thing I didn't like about Destiny
Bungie.
was like
Bungie,
everything in the I didn't play the second Destiny, but the first one I played, the missions were always they were the same, and they got bored. I just got bored. It was boring to play the same scenario again. Still have the same people or the same AI or the same NPCs or whatever in the same spots. And I didn't. I don't know. I didn't want to grind that.
Gosh,
So what's next?
I had a thought.
You had a thought.
You ruined it.
Photos for us to sort of riff on.
Oh, I'm trying to. God, you suck. All right, let me. Weapons.
There we go. Weapons.
Let's go with weapons for now. Weapons from. Okay. Now I remember. All right. What? Okay. Before we go into weapons, one thing that bothered me from Battlefront 1 going to Battlefront 2 was that where was the shock trooper? Where was the shadow trooper? That stuff didn't even show up into Battlefront 2.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
Things didn't like carry over.
Yeah.
But with
they
this
remove stuff.
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff just gone. It wasn't there, or just like I'd have like this game. This should be the end all Battlefront. There shouldn't be Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2, Battlefront 3, so on. This
Battlefront Infinite.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty much. Yeah, it should be something that is kind of like Battlefront Online. Yeah, to where this game continues to grow and
justify
build.
the season passes if you do that.
Yeah. I mean, same thing with what Matt was saying earlier with like the planets. Is that like, let's say you release a map, of Hoth. Well, let's say you release 2 maps of Hoth, a day and a night. That's awesome. And then season pass,
amazing in Battlefront. Yeah. That was an awesome.
And then season pass, allows for more maps of Hoth in different locations with different, a different terrain and different, setups and scenarios.
What would
day and a night?
What are you talking about with season pass? Like, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, you would have somebody, or you would offer this way of getting EA, the developers, a way of or an avenue for creating new content, because you have a season pass and they're saying, okay, we're going to continue to release new maps as long as the season pass is viable, and then they can release so much more and keep it relevant and valid.
Would you charge for the season pass?
I mean, if I'm EA making money, yes.
So y'all would go for the map system and just release maps. Like that's
maps would probably be more sought after than like looks or guns or microtransaction BS. I would put maps because maps say because everybody wants to be included, right?
There's so many planets in Star Wars too, like different scenario. You want to go to all of them.
Same thing, Tatooine. You have Mos Espa, Mos Eisley, Anchorhead, Dune Sea, different places, and you can say,
but there's always going to be that person that doesn't want to spend money on maps, and I don't want to.
Well, then goodbye.
No, you're going to split the community. That's going to be like the DCO paywall. You're not going to be able to play other stuff. That's it.
Star Wars, people will pay for Star Wars.
People will pay for Star Wars
if it's good.
With map packs, I would make maps free because that seems to be the general direction that everybody's going with.
Oh, really? Okay.
That seems that way.
So then how would you charge people for this game?
Battle Pass.
Battle Pass. So what does the Battle Pass entail?
100 tier rewards. You just add rewards. I don't know what rewards would be in this game. I guess
you can't just say you're just going to add rewards and that's the end of it, because then I'd be like, okay. Thanks for the reward. What the hell? What reward are you talking about?
What like
what incentive?
Customization rewards for your armor?
Rewards like
for armor? Really? I mean, I mean, for me, I would be like, well, fuck, I don't care. I'll just play as a normal stormtrooper. I don't need Battle Pass.
You have to add DLC. Looks eventually. You can't just pass on it. Just like you have to add.
Yeah, I can just be a stormtrooper as long as the game is fun. I don't need customization on how I look. I don't need that. But if I'm playing another map or somebody else has another map or like, I mean, yeah, dude, Bespin, another one, you could have outside play, inside play, day, night, same thing, different scenarios and how
I'm glad I got Phobic on my side, Maps would definitely split the player base if you made it to where there's a price wall.
Seasonal card.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Cosmetics, though, I mean, for me, that's not important. For
seasonal
me.
armor
I
would
wouldn't
be
care.
I actually
but we're not the. I'm
not the target audience. I'm sure.
No, Ryan, I agree. I'm like you. Like if I had a choice not to pay, I'll just be a normal. I think that stuff Matt mentioned is cool.
I normally choose not to pay for things.
But the thing is,
you're shocked though to see how much people love customization. The younger generations.
Yeah,
this game would be for longevity. You know, like it'd be played for
Star Wars. So
free master only. Next month's right. Even code is doing free master. Yeah, I mean that's the general direction everybody's going.
I mean, I'm shocked too that how much younger generation gamers really are into the customization. Like he's honestly, from talking to Matt now, he's into that stuff. Like I personally am not, but they love it.
Yeah. I mean, I loved it in DCUO, but for Star Wars, I could go with just a regular, normal, average trooper.
Well, that'd be just for you, the casual player. I'm talking about the real grinders.
I'm hardcore. If it's awesome, like we're talking about,
I know for
like this level.
I know for a fact.
Man, I'd be like, dude, I'd be like, I'm done.
I know you would be.
I stream no more.
Rewards can be dancing.
Oh no! I bought that Connect game just to have it, but I never played it. Where they dance, I don't know what it was called. Star Wars Dance Central.
Oh man!
And I know for a fact you wouldn't have Zebra. You wouldn't be just a plain white trooper. I know for a fact you'd add one marking, one stripe. You'd add something to your character.
No, I just need
customer character creation.
I don't need a customer.
I can't speak. I know you
go. The trooper that you have behind you, that's me.
Yeah, that's customized. Look, he has a pauldron.
A pauldron?
I
don't need a pauldron. I'm good.
Pauldron, ventilator, you're caught red-handed.
No, I would like all the stuff you show with the visors and the markings. I would do it if it was free though. I wouldn't pay for it myself.
Oh no, like all these customizable things would have to be like the base game. I want it filled with endless customization. I think that'd be really cool, and you have to earn it. You know, I just want everyone to look.
I mean, I might buy a helmet.
It'd be seasonal, so it's either you buy it now or you don't see it again. You know, like it'd be a seasonal thing. So it'd add more value.
I missed out on the Henry Cavill S on Superman for DCUO. So
if you could go,
really? There was.
There was, yeah. They had it for a little bit. They had the BVS chest thing. They had the Henry Cavill, and then had the
more valuable that is. You know, we don't have
missed out.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Out, just like with
it didn't bother me. I knew it was there. Well, okay. So customizable weapons.
Well, just, I mean, customizable weapons, sure, but yeah, I'd add like a few different attachments. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy with the weapons. I mean, it's just something simple.
I mean, would you make it to where they can be upgraded?
No. Well, what do you mean upgraded? Define upgraded. What do you mean?
Okay. Upgraded is the opposite of downgraded.
What do you mean by like making it stronger, or what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, so you could have your weapon, and let's just say, you can improve certain things about it, like quick draw, or you can improve, the range. But when you improve something, it would by default decrease something else. So it's not just like you couldn't on your screen.
Actually, no, I wouldn't want that, because then that would leave up to, okay, that's the best weapon. Those are the best attachments. I need to use only those attachments. I can't do anything else.
But you would sacrifice. What I'm saying is, like, if you add something, it's going to sacrifice something else about the weapon. So you customize it to what you're talking about.
They do it in Call of Duty. I know what you're talking about. But then that would make it to where there's a meta, and that you can only use those weapons. This weapon's the greatest. I can only use those attachments. Screw creativity. I would only just leave it to where like it's just the default weapon.
Okay, and then what about would you do skins for weapons?
Yeah, I do skins. Just I don't care if it's canon or not. I definitely.
So would you charge for it?
Well, if that's something you want, yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna.
Who cares? I mean,
mine's gonna stay black.
Yeah, I mean, I keep it the base color. I don't care. But there's some people that want a ridiculous camo, so they can have the ridiculous camo.
Yeah, I want the gold camo.
Well, gold. I mean, the gold would be awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
A gold trooper.
Put the gold in there.
A
gold trooper. Hell
gold
yeah.
bundle. EA, are you listening? No.
Yeah.
Didn't they have? They had a gold first order trooper in that show, that Resistance show. So it's.
I didn't watch Resistance.
I didn't either. I just saw the gold trooper. So.
Okay.
So that's definitely an option. That's a bundle. That's a bundle right there. EA's thinking about it now.
Yeah.
I hope they do.
Gold droids. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, like 3PO.
Take 3PO out.
Like, yeah, that's never been seen before.
He stole a phobic comment. Nice.
Oh yeah.
He was just typing that.
So what's the name of this game again?
Galactic Warfare. But before I close out, like, other than what I've said, like, what else would y'all think would be really cool?
Speeder bikes.
Besides, obviously,
I want to see as many vehicles as possible in first person.
I need to see tanks. Okay, go ahead. I see you just had an idea. I don't want you to lose it.
I want larger scale modes. I want like I guess 32 versus 32, or even.
I want it to be seamless, like Halo. Like the getting in the vehicles works really well. Yeah. It's not as seamless in
the air. I want everything. I want it to look like war.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in a, what was that ship called that clears the clones? What I'm talking about. Old man.
What, LAAT?
Is that it?
Is that the one where they were flying, or the Jedi were inside
in episode 2? Yeah.
That's the LAAT.
Yeah, I'd have it where you can control it. I didn't like it in Battlefront 2 and how it's just like it's spinning you around and you're just shooting the laser. That was BS. Yeah, I definitely want larger scale.
The lasers sucked. How was that even possible that they were effective with that crappy gun? Crap. Galactic Warzone. Oh, that's the name of it. Yeah, Galactic Warzone. You forgot.
Quiet, please. Don't be around.
That'd be really freaking cool. But okay, other than vehicles, okay, like obviously that vehicles I think would be in it. But like, okay, yeah. What more would y'all want?
Me personally, because I'm not good, I enjoy the option to go online. I like these modes where they also have bot modes offline.
I agree.
I cannot stand that in current gen games that it's only multiplayer, and then also for the future when there's not online. Like, I want to be able to play these modes in the future when there's not a big community, searching for people. I'm so sick of not including bots. They have to be good bots too. Stupid bots make the game broken as not having it at all.
Yeah, I hate bots. Period. It's either they're too dumb or they just see you through walls. I hate it so much.
I like it because I'm old school. Like I like the options. Like,
I'm just saying, like, if I put it on like easy,
but then you could practice too.
You put it on easy. I never put it on easy.
For fools like me and fools like me and Zeverfet Dad, they're not like, he's great at these games. We could practice there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you put it on expert, they know where you are. I just don't like that. Yeah. I don't like how, like, I instantly shoot at them. They do a complete 180 and turn on me and just kill me. I hate those kind of bots. Is what I mean.
Yeah. No, I kind of agree with Max. I think you should be able to play, one player, two player, or whatever. Invite a couple friends, online, and still be able to play the maps. Yeah. That would be interesting. Not just an online and not just a remote feature. A little bit of nuance there. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what other feature would you want, Zeverfet, that has not been mentioned? What would you like to see? If anything.
I think that covers a lot of it. I mean, I can't think of anything else right now off the top of my head. But like we were saying with the mouse droid, I mean, I would want more droids, like the flying droid or whatever that hung out with the stormtroopers on Tatooine, that thing. And
would y'all want an interactive environment?
An interactive. Oh, you mean like a Sarlacc pit or like a
like if I destroyed something,
I want destructible environments.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought that goes without saying.
Well, that's we got the games. that's only a Battlefield.
Hey, I'm sorry. That's mic drop moment right there for me.
Like if you took a rocket and you destroyed this building, like you'd see
it stays. Yeah, and it stays destroyed for the rest of the game.
You would think that's a go-to thing, Brian, but honestly, they don't focus on that as much. Like I wish they would. That should be next gen. That should be destruction.
Because that would also help out with like map. Different things. Like if you blow up, a wall or whatever, that does change the map a little bit. And it changes, how you sort of interact with the other people that are in that area. So yeah, I mean, I would love to have that. That'd be something I would totally be behind.
All right, we're at the 1 hour mark. We're gonna have to conclude it here. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes. Where can they find you, Zeverfett?
Pretty much on your channel whenever you or you can follow me at my channel, which is probably 10 times better.
No, he is a clown. You're right, Ron Joy. Your dad's
he's on my channel like half the time anyway, because we do a lot of reviews. So yeah, but mainly, hey, where can we find you, Mad Max? Because you change your channel name all the time.
I will find you. I'm the Madman on YouTube. Wherever these guys are, that's where you can find me. On Sunday, we're gonna come back with the PlayStation Plus podcast.
Yep. This channel right here,
Zod Rider. Hopefully. You're not canceled. Get your ass. Oh, sorry. Get your butt on to PlayStation Plus.
Oh, the stream got taken down
with us. And then maybe we'll have some we need to get your what's your crew called on Twitch? Mad Matt.
Oh god. The goons. We'll just say the goons.
We need to get the goons on here. We need to get the goons on some of this stuff.
100%. I know.
I thought it was Alter Ego.
Yeah, Alter Ego.
That's the sports name.
I can call him
not the official.
That's
why I call him for me.
Hey, goons, get on the PlayStation Plus podcast. We need your support. Yeah, I need to have ACS Universe on sometime. Never had him on yet.
Oh yeah, no, he's fire, as you can see.
And I do have my shirt, Ryan. I just haven't worn it yet. I got to wear it on a shirt. I do have it. I wasn't lying when I bought it.
No. And I know. It's just send me a photo so I can add it with the other guys.
Yeah, I will.
I got to know if he's ever been compared to Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, he has. I brought it up.
That's what it reminds me of.
Can you do face paint for like Drax for Halloween ACS Universe? Get the knives.
You must feel so embarrassed.
Yes.
All right.
Why is Gamora? I love to hear
So yeah, PlayStation Plus podcast on Sunday at I'm just gonna say my time, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then we're doing a Red Hood review on Zeverfed channel tomorrow at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So thanks guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.